I can literally feel ideologies dissolving, guys, in my cranium. It's hard to describe. I've had accumulation of really deep, pressed, dark, shadowy spirals that have corkscrews that have taken a while to unwind, and part of that is going to be what I'm going through and the dissolvements in my life. Part of it is going to be the dissolvements in Amelia's and what she's going through. She won't be probably feeling it metaphysically because she's not awoken yet, but she'll be feeling it emotionally. She'll be like all over the place a little bit, but things are coming to a much more self-sustained plane of residing now, which is good. I mean, I've remained heart-centered the whole time, but the ideologies is what's been getting in the way of emotion, essentially, and it's been blocking, it's been hindering the process. So that's kind of being dealt with at the moment. I think another thing that it partly was is when I kind of went and decided, right, I'm going to own this metaphysics stuff, because this is realizing, well, I was realizing that this was getting to another realm, and so I kind of pushed my energies down whilst connected to Amelia, like big time, put a lot of effort into it, pushed right down through the 3D, through the light, annihilated any reptilian consciousness that might have tried to be parasitical, and then in doing so, coming back up with simultaneously a bit of a sort of orgasmic experience of moment as well. And what ended up happening was, I believe, is that the chakra recognition between myself and Amelia has basically flipped around, because I went from, like, with all the best intentions and everything, went really deep down low, but still held a connection of unity whilst in that plane of energy, and was still able to pull and bring those energies that have pushed down back up, because it returns, you see. It's always a continuation of cycle. Because, well, essentially what's going on is your energies are doing what your ego used to do. It takes over. So that's what's going on, and I think that while doing so, and bringing back up out of that lower frequency of sort of exploration and liberation and dissolvement and attainment, I think what occurred was the ideologies that I went through flipped up straight into my cranium, and it's been bouncing between my toes and my crown chakra, essentially, and pineal gland. I'm going through my pineal gland. Literally, corkscrews are going through it and out the side of my head. Some of them I'll have to actually hold for up to 20 minutes, half an hour, and just allow the emotion of know thyself to essentially interact with that, whilst pushing physically into the area, kind of like a mystical, metaphysical self-reiki, I suppose. And I've been able to slowly unwind them and release them. I'll tell you what, some of them end up being as large as a car in the amount that it seems to expand out, and it's quite something. So they're ideologies, they're consciousness ideologies, and they've been slowly getting dissolved. And I've been freaking out a bit, because there's times where it's flipping from one side to the other. So I've got like these sharp little pains under my toes of a chakra recognition of energy trying to get through, and then sometimes it'll go back to normal for a bit, and then sometimes it flips back, and it's like it thinks that the lower frequencies that were at my feet and should be at my root are actually in my cranium and are in my crown chakra, coming out in my pineal gland, which is quite scary because that's not normal. That's not supposed to happen as far as I'm aware. And because there's lacking information regarding this and no educational standards regarding this, which is absolutely ridiculous, by the way, it's hard to kind of, you got to figure this stuff out on your own, which is a good thing that I'm the sort of person that I am, because I can handle doing it. It's just the lacking of information regarding Amelia Clark is my concern. That's why I'm concerned. Yeah, that's just a heads up on that and what's been going on. And either way, I think things are going to end up formulating and resetting and to a certain extent after the evolutionary standards have been acquired through the process.